Alrighty, welcome back to the League Review episode, whatever. I don't know. We don't really have episodes. We just have 1300s. Yeah, that's what this is. Okay, so anyways, we're doing a map that we did maybe like two uh, analyses ago. This is The Truth Is Here. Um, so yeah, once again, mixed base, pretty cool. Um, yeah, interesting ideas. Normally the games kind of end like crashing in on the two bases, but I haven't seen one in a while that like ends on the one base fronts in the top and the bottom. That'd be pretty cool. So, anyways, here we have I'ma Get You versus Mr. Cannon. So I'ma Get You, I'm not too familiar with, but they've been taking some names. Okay. Open up the window. Thank you. So they're at, oh my lord, they're 64-1. Oh my gosh. Who are you? Who did they lose to? We have to know. We have to know. They lost to Starflash. Okay, so Starflash back in their 38th, well, whatever, 64 minus 38 is. They lost to Starflash, and then they've beaten everyone else. But frankly, like none of these other games are that. They don't really have that many super impressive wins, in my opinion. That's kind of the thing you get when you get people that like suddenly shoot up with like a big undefeated record, like less than 70. You can sometimes get people that like yeah, they haven't fought anybody like seriously good. They've just been grinding against like 900s, which it's good, but it's not like god tier. Anyways, so I'm gonna get you as a undefeated master, Mr. Cannon here, rocking a nice old 230 games at a 979 rating. So bit of a mismatch, I have to say, but I think the main reason I chose this match is, well, I guess the most important reason is that it's hard to find 1300 level games because there just aren't that many of them, and Walker changed how frequently the old games uh, die. So it's how often like the replays are recycled and like deleted. So it can be hard to get some of these replays because they just get deleted so fast. So in the matchup, we have Kanbei versus Hawk. So like everything about this map screams Kanbei to me. Like, look at how high the terrain is. There's forests everywhere. There's mountains everywhere. I actually literally do not know if I could beat a Hawk. If I could beat a Kanbei with Hawk on this map, even if I was like 200 points higher than I literally do not know if I could do that. So let's just see how this goes. Okay. So I would say Kanbei, good choice. Hawk, questionable. Okay. So nice. We have the move by move thing, sort of. We have to refresh. Why is my internet being like this? Okay. Phew. All right, pretty normal moves so far. So versus Kanbei, I wonder if like you sort of need to rush the center properties quickly, or it's probably not a great idea either because he could just mirror that, and then his infantry out Face yours. So yeah, not the best. So interestingly, Mr. Cannon captures this way and then up. So this is a nice capture chain on the right. It's a lot of properties. You could do like a 4 capture chain here, and then a 2 capture chain here into here. The only issue is that this guy might get interrupted. So kind of a sketchy situation. I would be shocked if Kanbei does not interrupt this capture. But see, I mean, Kanbei might react to what you're doing. But if you're capturing this way, the next thing I would do is I would stop capture, move up here, capture. That way you guarantee this property, it's yours, Kanbei can't get it for a while, and then you back capture or go somewhere else. So yeah, Kanbei probably gonna move down with this infantry if I had to guess. Make sure you don't. Okay, never mind. All right, move onto the city and capture it. Oh my lord, you guys! There's an air raid siren. Okay, so guaranteed this interrupt is about to happen. Oh my gosh, why is my internet like this? I paid for it just last week. Yep, and so Mr. Cannon waited long enough, so now there's a tank interrupt available. Also, yeah, going. So part of the reason that I don't like this map for Hawk into Kanbei, I mean, ridiculously heavy terrain aside, I would say another big issue is that it's really hard to get up your artillery numbers because it's mixed base. So you need like walls, anti. You need like little armies in each of your corners. So getting enough artillery into the mix is kind of difficult because you need lots of artillery versus Kanbei. To me, that's the only way that. But Mr. Cannon is okay. Boldly capturing here. About to get tank interrupted, and there's going to be nothing you can do about it. In my opinion, the tank should have been artillery. So yeah, Mr. Cannon, I think hasn't played against Kanbei this matchup. It's so bad. 7 damage. So I hope that he doesn't hit tank with tank because that's kind of a disaster. Ah, it's a 7-7 split. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's nobody to help the tank. So he's gonna. Such a disaster. Okay, the medium tank up here is good, but I would get you as doing double artillery. Oh my gosh. Oh man, Mr. Canada is so in trouble. And now it's a 6-2. So like he's lost a tank, lost most of an infantry, doesn't have the cap. It's just a disaster. Let's see how much of. Okay, good. So my mic floor is like cutting out most of the noise when I'm not speaking. Okay, so yeah, basically, and then medium tank to answer the medium tank, double artillery to answer the medium tank. This is getting out of hand. Oh gosh. Okay, and then the instant T-copter. Um, I don't know. I would spend the money on something else because you're kind of in deep trouble right now. Okay, rocket. I support the rocket versus the double artillery. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so he's actually going to back off right here. I was expecting a Neo tank, or I don't. I guess the medium tank needs to go this way. I think Amagechi could have been more aggressive in that position. Yeah, I would like even venture to say that Kanbei does not even feel his extra cost debuff. It barely even he barely even feels it because his units are worth like twice as much as the other as his opponents, just based on offensive and defensive buffs alone. Okay, kind of a nice idea chipping some infantry down, but the issue is that this medium tank gets a free shot on this tank. The rocket doesn't cover because these infantry can block. So now it's a oh. Oh, he doesn't even block it. Oh, I see, because the Neo tank covers. Yeah, Mr. Cannon is in serious danger. So yeah, basically we can talk as Mr. Cannon kind of gets like sadder and sadder playing against Kanbei. Um, so what the way this is supposed to go, um, I saw it on TV once, and it was voiced by Kasha playing. Uh, kind of the idea is like you need to like okay, all right. You see this medium tank, and this medium tank. Okay, so each medium tank is like 2.5 artillery, right? Okay, so 2.5 artillery times 3. That's like I don't know, 8-ish. Instead of 3 medium tanks, it should be 8 artillery. That's kind of what we need to see in order for Hawk to have a chance. Because okay, his tanks lose against Kanbei's tanks. His medium tanks lose against Kanbei's medium tanks, and his Neo tanks lose against Kanbei's Neo tanks. The only exchange in which he wins is when he gets like 3 artillery shots onto 1 Kanbei Neo tank. Then he like kind of wins. And if he does that enough, and the exchange is like moderately even, then what he does is he super CO powers, and then suddenly all of Kanbei's stuff is at 8 HP, and then Hawk actually stands a chance. Once all of Kanbei's stuff is at 8 HP, then Hawk's doing pretty well. But that super CO power is not going to happen for a long time. And look at this income deficit, 42 to 36. Yeah, it's just not a good time. Okay, now we're seeing some artillery. Very good, very good. And this rocket has been really nice, shutting down this area. Although Kanbei still can threaten move up with all of his artillery in range of the rocket, so it's not over. Yeah, this game is super over. Oh no. You can't CO power. You have to. Oh no. Yeah, you have to super CO power. That's like it's more efficient. It means that you get less, get fewer charge modifiers. I mean, I get that it feels desperate, but like, and I would even venture to say the game's already over. But I think you just have to charge for super CO power. Um, like it's worth more cost wise too. Because what is it? It's 5 stars for the it's 5 stars for the Black Wave and 9 for the Black Storm. Yeah, Black Storm is like it costs less than twice as much and does and is twice as good. So cost wise, you have to take advantage of that. Okay, and here's Samurai Spirit. Oh my gosh, this game is so not fair. Okay, I think it's about time for resignation. And the worst part about Samurai Spirit is like even like it does so much counterattack damage, you just can't hit with direct units. Like you have to hit with indirect. It's just not fair. The game was not meant to be played Hawk versus Kanbei on a map like this. All right, I think the game's about over now. Yeah, you can kind of see how these V-copters just tickle the. Okay, another black wave. You're going to see another Samurai Spirit, I suspect. Yep. That was a nice little move in. Protecting the artillery while shelling the bases and capturing. That's pretty cool. Okay, time for resign. All right. Yeah, so all in all, I would say I don't know what Kanbei is really doing on this map. We'll see if actually, let me see if he's still legal there. Okay, he's still legal. I don't know how anyone's supposed to beat him here. Um, so, I mean, if you end up not picking Kanbei and are against Kanbei on this map, I would highly recommend kind of going crazy into artillery spam. Um, when it comes to airport builds, like your B-copters don't really do that much and they get chipped down by infantry really hard. So, not a particularly great build. There's actually a pretty decent Olaf map because of all the planes. So Olaf could be a decent pick. So yeah, I guess Olaf and Hawk are the main contenders. Sensei possibly too. But yeah, it's just a matter of building lots of artillery, and then you have to pick a with Hawk and Olaf, it's a matter of like it's of stalling, just ultra stall. Um, don't get too far behind in income if you can help it. And then once you have the mega artillery builds, just kind of slow push. And then the issue though is like I'm not sure what you do when Kanbei starts mirroring you and then replies with a lot of artillery. Just because like they're hard to take down, you have to build tanks. Yeah, it's just kind of ugly. So on like on a moderately conventional land map without any big weird things going on, I think that Kanbei just kind of wipes the floor with a lot of top tier. Unless you're Voice of Akasha, in which case I don't know how he does it, but he just kind of wins these. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching the 1300. Let's do the 1400 next.